Economist Richard Peterkin cautioned that the growing polarization in St. Lucia's political scene could intensify as both parties escalate their campaigns ahead of the upcoming general elections. He emphasized that while political enthusiasm is natural, it is vital for voters to critically evaluate the facts instead of supporting their party's rhetoric. With the SLP and UWP gearing up for what could be a fierce electoral contest, Peterkin's comments highlight key concerns about the influence of information and perception on the nation's future.
One of the most difficult things these days is to determine what are facts and what is true and what is correct. Because you could take a very simple subject and one political party or one group will say this is black and another will say this is white. And they will give you all the facts and all the justification. And the poor consumer, the poor average citizen is saying, well, I don't know what to believe. So quite often people believe who the people they follow. And they do so without doing their own research. They just say, well, the Prime Minister said so, or the leader of the opposition said so, and they believe it. And the rest of us are left wondering, what is the truth? What are the real facts here?
Peterkin also stressed the importance for voters to carefully analyze the messages from both parties as they appear ready for the upcoming election and are both confident in their chances of winning.
It looks as if, both parties are gearing up for an election. The UWP just announced 5 new candidates. The government is going to have a budget soon. And that's going to give them a number of events coming up. It's going to give them a platform to say, look at all we've done, and these are the things we're going to do. And so we could well have an election this year. Nobody knows for sure, and neither of the parties are saying one thing, but they're both saying we will be ready. And both are saying we will win, which again, how do you know what's going to happen in that regard?
He then pointed out that the upcoming budget could give the ruling party an opportunity to highlight past, present, and future developments as part of their campaign.
I'm hoping that, whatever the budget is this year is going to be devoid of too much politics and does the things that are necessary for this country rather than just something that's going to help them to win an election. But politics is politics, and they will tell you that, in essence, they have to get re-elected in order to continue their programs. So there's bound to be some element of that, in a budget, hopefully not too much.
The Economist further emphasized the need for both parties to put aside their political differences to address the genuine issues facing the people of St. Lucia, while offering practical solutions that will enable voters to make an informed decision.
They both want to get into power, and so they're not going to agree on everything, and we're going to see a ramping up of information and discussion and campaigning, which again is going to leave us in some doubt as to who are the best people and what are the best programs. But I hope they can both agree on the changes that we need to make to deal with the issues that we have, like crime, like traffic, like inflation, which are still there. They haven't gone away. They're not going to go away in a hurry. In fact, if anything, they could get worse in the years ahead. And from my point of view, I hope people look at what the politicians say in their manifestos, even if at the end of the day they do not necessarily implement it, and make their decisions based on what they are going to do rather than just what they say.
For Choice News Now, I am Darrell Lionel.